And how's everybody doing? My name is Alan Roberts. Welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, my name is Alan Roberts. I swear a lot and I say a lot of things that are factual that people don't like to fucking admit to themselves. So if that bothers you, either the swearing or the facts that people don't like to admit to themselves, get the fuck out of here. You won't be missed. So, but today I'm going to be talking about, are food addicts treated worse than other addicts? Now, I am absolutely sure this is going to be a demonetized video because I'm about to talk about addiction, but I find that funny, YouTube, because should we not be talking about one of the things that is societally, encumbering to our people, right? Like, should we not be talking about food addiction, alcohol addiction, gambling addiction? Should we not be able to discuss these things and why they are detrimental to all of us and why we should all take a part in trying to help make people be able to recover from these things, whether that is to provide services and outlets for them to help get a hold of their addiction, such as the Hunger Free and Happy app, or try to wake them up when they are in denial of it, such as, getting fired from your job when you're an alcoholic and you don't want to admit it to yourself, or, being told, hey, you're fucking 400 pounds and you're eating yourself to death. It's bad for you, society, the environment, and the entire country. Like, should we not be able to say these things? And to a lot of the younger social media people I see doing videos like this fucking idiot. Let me pull him up because I don't even I'm watching some of these people wondering how the fuck they even function in motherfucking life, right? Like, they will sit back and state the most stupid bullshit I've ever fucking seen before, ever. And I think, yeah. Oh, hang on. So I'm going to be demonetized anyway. But this guy, if you read what he says, or if you read what the video is, it is drug addiction, quote, I hope you get the help you need. Alcohol addiction, quote, I hope you get the help you need. Food addiction, just eat less, fat ass. That is not how people treat alcoholics or drug addicts. We call them fucking junkies and drunks. We don't let them be employed. If it can affect their future employment if they've ever had an addiction. Do you realize this, right? Like, if anything, food addicts are coddled to the point where they do not recover from food addiction in our society. I've seen dozens of videos like this, dozens. And it's insane, right? It is completely baffling to me how anybody can think that food addicts actually have it harder in America than drug addicts and alcoholics. Food addicts are coddled in our society, literally coddled. It's not even close at all in retrospect. Like, when you look at it, we almost applaud these people for eating too much. They get paid for it. There is no fucking way a junkie could shoot up on camera and get monetized on YouTube. It happens fucking daily on YouTube with eating. A 400-pound person will eat like 30 fucking cheeseburgers or something, some ridiculous bullshit like that. Not only will the video be monetized and we put into the fucking algorithm and it will have premium ads on it, mostly fast food ads and pharma ads. So stop trying to pretend, and this is to all of the coaches and everything like that, stop trying to pretend that food addiction is not coddled in America. I will personally say, and you can check all my video history, that I have said for many years, food addiction is the hardest addiction. One, because you literally have to eat every day. And while food addiction should be relabeled as ultra-processed food-like product addiction, it should not be labeled food addiction, because people do not get addicted to broccoli in the same way that they get addicted to pasta. People do not get addicted to steak in the same way they get addicted to fucking cookies, right? Because there's not the same dopamine response from the fucking brain, right? Food and food-like products are two different things. We just happen in America to eat in the predominance food-like products and pretend it's food. Like, if America could come to that rationalization before anything else, it would help tremendously that for people to realize that they're not actually addicted to food, because you're not actually addicted to food. I am not addicted to food. I do not have a binge eating disorder with food. I have a fucking binge eating disorder with ultra processed food like product candy, basically, that could trigger off shit, or fast food burgers, which, by the way, I haven't had a fast food burger in probably fucking 10 years. They're probably worse, way worse now, like way the fuck worse now, you know? But back in the day, I could fucking kill 10 McDoubles at a sitting. with a huge bowl full of like sugar-laden ketchup. It would be somewhere around 6,000 fucking calories at a sitting. And I would regularly do that. Regularly. That's addiction. All right. That is a fucking addiction. That is a problem. And to try to pretend like people clapping on as I squatted 600 pounds, like, oh, you may be fat, but you're super strong. It was going to fucking kill me. You bitches that were clapping on along, fuck all of you, including me, because that's not an accomplishment. Hey, I can eat myself to death, but I can be strong while doing it. That's not an accomplishment, especially when you're a husband and father. I should have been embarrassed as fuck. People should have shamed the fuck out of me. But I will tell you this. I get shamed over my appearance now, way more now than I ever did when I was a fat fuck. When I was, in the 300-pound range, people just were like, damn, you're a big dude. That was literally how people would state it. But meanwhile, I couldn't fucking bend over to tie my shoelaces without holding my fucking breath. If I stood up too quickly, I got lightheaded. Running upstairs was a very serious problem. Even though, and this is no shit, even though I could fucking squat close to 600 pounds multiple times a week in the gym, I could overhead press 315. I am letting you all fucking know that people were way nicer about how I looked, way nicer about how I ate, way, way, way nicer about all of that shit than they are now. Now it must be that I'm on steroids. It must be that I'm this. It must be that I'm that. I'm starving myself. Now they say I have an eating disorder. Bitches, what the fuck do you think got me to 300 fucking pounds? Right? If you are a 300-pound male, you have a fucking food addiction. You've got a problem with food, unless you are exorbitantly tall. If you are a 200-pound woman, you have got a problem with food. Unless, and this is no shit, unless you are a foot taller than the average woman or more. Unless you're a 6'4" woman, a 2 should never be at the fucking front of your number. Ever. Ever, ever. It's very dangerous. You should be working to avoid it. You should be working to reverse it if it is. And then you're a fucking hero to society and yourself, because yes, you shouldn't be there, but you are fucking changing that shit. But just mathematically, just the way our bodies are built, a woman does not have the frame for that. If you're a 200-pound male at average height, by the way, you're a fat fuck. Most of the goddamn time. Like, for real. Unless you are carrying a lot of muscle mass, you are a fat fuck. And even then, the muscle mass, then I would go to, what's your waist to height ratio? If your waist to height ratio is above 0.5 and you are a 200-pound male, you are in a fucking danger zone, because you're carrying more weight on your frame as an average height male that you should, and your heart is having to push way more blood out the body than it should be. And if it's above 0.5, that means you have a decent visceral fat deposit. And as the years go on, that's probably going to get bigger. So you better do something about it right motherfucking now. Like, these aren't even like speculations, but this shit, like this fucking dude, like, oh, they're hard on food addicts. Bullshit, motherfucker. Bullshit. We do not recognize food addiction as the problem it actually is in our society. When probably 50% of the fucking people in our fucking country are obese, like morbidly obese. If you go by waist to height ratio, 70% of the country is obese. If you go by waist to height ratio, and and you look at above 0.6, I would argue that probably 60 to 70% of our population is obese. That's a fucking problem. When the average adult eats 65% of their total daily calories on average from ultra-processed food-like products that are designed to be addicting, and children, it's higher. It's at 70 fucking percent. We in society right now feed children 70% of their total daily calories in ultra-processed food-like products. We should all be ashamed of that shit. Like, every fucking person in America should be ashamed of that fucking statistic. If we admitted to ourselves that shit was actually the fucking problem, which it fucking is, we should all be ashamed that we are like, oh, well, kids need candy. No, the fuck they don't. I mean, again, I have this statement. You should treat ultra-processed foods like they're drugs or alcohol. Like, ultra-processed food-like products are to nutrition what alcohol is to hydration. While it looks the same, and it might even taste better in some cases than just water, alcohol is bad for you. Like, vodka looks like water, but that shit's not water. Ultra-processed foods may look like foods, but that shit's not food. Like, get there fucking faster. It's a weird mind fuck. It really is. So I'm going to answer a few questions real quick, and then we're going to move on to a good video, which is we're going to celebrate this woman's 160-pound weight loss journey here in this next video coming up. But I'm going to take you to the comment section, because the comment section is fucked up. Fucked up. And it is one of the reasons why we are a fat as fuck nation. But the comment section is fucked up. I couldn't even believe it. Let's I don't think YouTube cares. They remonetized Amber Reed and Foodie Beauty. I'm absolutely not surprised. 100% not surprised. So, genuine question. Research. Kevin Hall, NIH, suggests that food addiction doesn't have the same physical mechanism as drug addiction. Thoughts. What does this mean for treatment? My thoughts are he is wrong. That's my thought. Like, again, it is all about the reward center of the brain, dopamine receptors, and those sorts of things. That is why drugs become addictive. That's how sugar becomes addictive. That's how fast food becomes addictive. So that's my thing. He can suggest it, but all the evidence points that he's wrong. They knowingly design ultra-processed foods to, in fact, be that way. Now, he might be able to take a look at, like, well, meat doesn't have the same effect as drugs do. Yeah, but fucking throw some sugar in that motherfucker and let's talk, right? My argument is that he is wrong, or he's being purposely and willfully resistant to the reality that ultra processed foods are very much aligned with how drugs treat the brain, which is just that's not even an arguable point. It's ultra processed foods are literally, there's thousands probably of studies showing that ultra processed foods are designed to hit the bliss point, which is the perfect combination of fat, sugar, and emulsifiers, things like that, and sodium, to make it so you want to eat more and more and more of it, that it's addicting, right? Like, it's wild that somebody from the NIH, but it depends on, like, I'm going to say this: look to nature for your nutrition advice. Do not look to the government ever. As a point in this, the USDA is who approves food. The FDA is who approves drugs. They're both just vastly majority funded by the actual industries that they are supposed to protect us against. And people can be like, no, they're government agencies. The FDA's Department for Approval of Drugs for human drugs in 2025 was 70% funded by pharmaceutical companies. 77 fucking percent. That's an enormous number. Like, somehow we're to believe that this doesn't buy favor and bias, especially when the USDA or when the FDA recalls an inordinate number of drugs because they end up being harmful. But instead of them being like, hey, maybe we should back off on this, they've started fast tracking more shit because Trump set that fucking precedent with Operation Warp Speed. Thanks a lot. Fucking, don't even get me started. We'll be talking about that later on the night. Tonight, 7 p.m. Eastern time, 6 p.m. Central time, Chicago time. We are going to be, Dr. Alan Chen and I are going to be talking about the new up-and-coming possible pandemic. I'm probably getting booted off YouTube again, but it's what we do. So that's my thoughts on it. My thoughts on it is that he is being willfully dismissive of reality. Alan says all the time, let me help get you the help you need. Exactly. I feel like the obese food epidemics are treated with kid gloves. Obese food addicts are treated with kid gloves. You can't even say obese to them. The word hurts their feelings. Yeah, fuck them. I mean, fuck them. Like, that's the thing. Like, society would not deal with that. Like, don't call me a druggie. It hurts my feelings. What the fuck? You're a druggie. I mean, don't be one if it hurts your feelings. But we don't do that shit for other addicts. We coddle the fuck out of them. We pretend that it's not good. You're not fat. You're beautiful. No, she's fat as fuck. He's fat as fuck. He's not some handsome burly dude. He's not a dad bod. He's a fucking Homer Simpson. He doesn't have a little pudge to him. He's a lazy fat fuck. I mean, what now? Like, me saying that is more true, real, and hopefully helpful to somebody that is decently self-actualized and not living in this little world. Like, this is why the concept of safe spaces was always a bad fucking idea. We don't need safe spaces. We need reality. Like, nature doesn't give a fuck about your safe space. Your ejection fraction of your heart doesn't give a fuck about if the word obese hurts your fucking feelings or not. Your load-bearing joints don't care if you don't like being called fat. You're just fat and you're killing your load-bearing joints. You weigh too motherfucking much for what your body was designed for. And no, the body is like, everybody's like, well, your body adapts. No, not to that, it doesn't. And your heart definitely doesn't, especially when you're feeding yourself ultra processed food like products that are in fact very inflammatory, cause inflammation of everything, including your heart, and it cause your ejection fraction to go down while you are adding more and more body for your heart to have to pump more blood to. Like, to in any way try to pretend like this isn't the problem of our lifetime is wild. If we do not correct the ship, and I'm talking actually correct how we view this shit, actually correct like what the treatment is. The treatment is you move your body more, you eat less calories. And if this was not the case, just everybody before you start yelling at me, Ozempic wouldn't fucking work. If moving your body more and eating fucking less did not work, neither the fuck would Ozempic or any of the goddamn GLP-1s. They wouldn't work. And frankly, they don't work that well because most people can't bear the fucking, side effects. And very frankly, you need to be on them forever. And that's a fucking problem, you know? I think it's because the potential to make money off obese people, food addicts, is incredible. They're a walking billboard for Ozempic and social media platforms like YouTube and TikTok. Exactly. Plus, they're also a walking billboard for they love yummy food and blah, 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 blah. You know what I mean? Like, the thing is, less money is made, and you hit this exactly on the head, Erica. And I believe, if I don't recall from your comments and knowing you, that you are in medical billing, but not nearly as much money is made off of drug addicts or made off of junkies or alcoholics. Not nearly as much money is made off of them because they don't require nearly the long-term intervention that obese people do. Obese people, but if you are obese by the time you're 15, statistically, by the time you're in your late 20s, you are on multiple medications for the rest of your fucking painful, shortened life. But they've still got you from the time you're 15 until the time you're 55, and it just gets progressively more and more and more profitable for them and costly to society. Like, that's the issue. The more drugs you are on, the sicker you are, the more profitable you are for the pharmaceutical industry, and the more costly you are to society. That's the scenario people do not wish to talk about, but that's the case. That is the truth. The amount of money that could be made from alcoholism, the amount of money that could be made from drug addicts is minuscule compared to the amount of money that could be made from food addicts. It's the same reason why all dietitians, pretty much all dietitians, go off of the basis that the only eating disorders truly are restrictive eating disorders. Do you want to see why? Does anybody want to look and see why that is? I will show you why that is. This is why. Oh, no, that's the wrong one. This is why. Just in case anybody is wondering, this is who the sponsors of Ascend. And this is from their fucking website. And Ascend is the Academy of Nutrition and Dietetics. They are the accreditation agency and the dietitian curriculum standards. They are in charge of accrediting dietitians, and they write their curriculum standards. The sponsors from the official Academy list is Abbott Nutrition. Let's see, Adderlex. Eli Lilly, Novo Nordisk is on here. Seduxo, which is fast food. Splenda, artificial sweetener. Mead Johnson Nutrition. Let's see, Morrison Healthcare, National Confectioners Association, Sugar Association, right? The National Dairy Council, the National Honey Board, Food Allergy and Research and Education, Dexcom. Let's see, Has Avocado Board. The noticeable past ones are Coca-Cola, Orgain, Pepsi-Cola, McDonald's, Kellogg's, Mars Bars, Hershey's Chocolate, Kraft, Unilever, Sara Lee. Like, this is who funds the education and who accredits dietitians. That's why dietitians only talk about restrictive eating disorders, because restrictive eating disorders cost these motherfuckers money instead of the actual reality where fat people make these motherfuckers money. If your accreditation, if the people that sponsor it and write it, if your accreditation is made up of companies that profit off people being fat, it is no wonder that you don't see being fat as a fucking problem. It is no wonder that your education teaches you that people not being fat, not eating the way, like, I am so sick of hearing like, oh, well, I got to look out for an eating disorder, restricting calories is an eating disorder. No, motherfucker, you're not even restricting calories. You're just eating at a caloric level that will get you to a healthy weight. That's where you're likely going to eat forever. You are not restricting calories. You are stopping yourself from overeating, over-consuming calories. But no, dietitians won't say that for the most part, because this right here is who sponsors their accreditation and their fucking education. And that's just factual. I mean, this is the top list is literally from their fucking website right fucking now. Novo Nordisk, Eli Lilly sponsor dietitians accreditation and dietitians curriculum right fucking now. Right now. And the other ones like Coca-Cola, Pepsi-Cola, McDonald's, Hershey Chocolate, Unilever, which is an evil fucking entity, Kellogg's, Orgain, Mars Bars, Kraft, like they were all on the website before. And guess who owns a lot of the fucking companies that are on the website now? Those organizations. Unilever owns like fucking half those organizations. Kraft the same way. Nestle's owns a fucking huge portion of them. It's big food and big pharma that is in charge of dietitians accreditation and curriculum. So you're going to have to miss me as a registered dietitian. I don't give a fuck. I have hired and fired many, many, many of you when I worked in healthcare. Most of the time, you motherfuckers are obese to begin with. So let's fucking stop playing around, you know? Ridiculous. Absolutely fucking ridiculous. But very good point too, Erica. Amber Lynn just got demonetized again as of this morning. Good. And yet Angelica Unfiltered is still demonetized. She will be on the channel on Friday, by the way. Friday at 1 p.m. Eastern time. She'll be on the channel. I'm doing a full interview with her. There's a reason that companies like Coca-Cola and Pepsi have spent billions of dollars on research and development. 100%. Big food made humans into lab rats. We're living in Pavlov's experiment today. Yes, we are. It's very Pavlovian. Very Pavlovian. I say that all the time. That was a question. Velvet, nothing came through, so I don't see what question you're talking about. If you could say it again, if you could put it in again, I'll get to it. Because I've got a couple minutes. FDA and USDA bans raw milk, but allows literal poison like alcohol. Exactly. I'm not doing none of that shit. Although I will say that if this virus is human-human contact, it is much more of a threat than we'll talk about it later. Join Dr. Chen and I. TikTok and YouTube made food an experience to be photographed and shared instead of just eating its food for nourishment. Exactly. Got it. Looks like the same crowd that's funding the American Diabetes Association. Oh, I'm going to be doing a whole fucking thing about them too soon. I'm doing research about that shit right now. That funding is just appalling, but it's been that way forever. Look who again, the FDA, the department that funds human drugs, 77% from pharmaceutical industries. No conflict of interest there. Fucking ridiculous, right? Ridiculous. Did a walk for diabetes, and guess who sponsored the walk? Frito-Lay. Oh my God. Ugh. They were handing out chips and hot dogs with buns to type 2 diabetics plus sodas. Well, the ADA, the Academy for the Association for Diabetics, the Academy for Diabetics Association doesn't recognize lifestyle change as a treatment. They recognize just the drugs. And severe morbidly obese people are still allowed to work around children and babies. They aren't treated like other addicts at all. Such a very fucking good point. Although this is no shit, although their daily habits, which they actually show to the younger children, think about it. Obese people sprout money. The more they weigh, then the more sprouts. Yep, exactly. All right, folks. I am going to get on to the next video. I hope all of you join me again. Go tell your friends. I'll be back in about 5 minutes. Hope all of you have a great day. If you don't join me, but one more time, I just wanted to tell to everybody here. Here's where you can join the Hunger Free and Happy app on Google. You can get it for free, but I highly suggest you do the $9.99 membership. The $9.99 subscription allows you to use any of the programs, workout programs, right on the app that you want to use. It allows you to join the pre-recorded classes and the live classes. It allows you to join the challenge that we're doing. We're about to start another one too. And it allows you to join the Hunger Free and Happy chat and the other chats that we're going to be making. So please do join us. And if you need more individualized care, you can get coaching. Oh, I don't think that's going to work right. Let me see here. Nope. Here we go. This is when will work. And down at the bottom there, you can get our coaching for 3 months. If you need one-on-one video consultations every week and one-on-one coaching, we still do provide that through our app, the Hunger Free and Happy app. And the Hunger Free and Happy app, I'm hoping to have onto the iOS system within the next couple of weeks. So please do just hold on if that's what you're waiting for. But I hope all of you are having a great day. I will talk to you in about 4 minutes. My name is Alan Roberts. If you do not want to join me again because you are weak-minded and don't like the truth, fuck off. Have a good day. Bye-bye.